thought I'd join me for a walk through town. Only I've got a friend. I'm going to be making a video about this. Hopefully, I've got a friend who was glued to me throughout my time with the EDL. Everywhere I went, he was with me. There was 4 of us really: me, Kev Carroll, friend Jim, and my friend Les. Les has died since. Les fell into a bad place. Jim's now in a bad place. Jim's living on the streets. He's homeless. He's ex-military, 14 years. As with many of our ex-military, they're living out on the streets. Now, Kev, I haven't seen Jim. We tried to find him at Christmas. Kev has, my cousin Kev's been looking for him and looking for him. We found him yesterday, still living on the streets. Kev went and put him in a hotel last night. I'm coming down to pay for the hotel for another few nights, so he's got somewhere to clean up. He's been beaten up. He's been stabbed. So he's got stab wounds. He's been stabbed by Muslims in town, because you have to understand that everyone knows Jim around Luton because he was glued to me for my time with the EDL. He was glued to me from the time with the EDL. What I want to try and do, and ask for the support of people to do, hopefully, I need to speak to Jim first once we see him, is help him get his feet back on the ground. Try and help him get a roof over his head. I know this man. He's a great lad. He's a great lad. And he's living in a fucking doorway. He's living in a doorway, and if he has the opportunity to get his feet back on the ground, he has the opportunity to get himself back in a home. I know I know Jim. I know him. He'll be able to sort his life out. So I'm going to be sitting with Jim, I'll meet with Jim. I'll do a video, and yeah, follow the campaign. It'd be great if in a couple of weeks we can go to a house where he's living and show that he's got his feet back on the ground, and show that he's cleaned himself up. And yeah, that's what I will be doing. I'll be doing something. Just gonna wait to speak with rebels. But if it's yeah, I know this bloke, you know what I mean? So he don't need to be on the street. He don't need to be getting stabbed. And I don't want to hear in a few months that he's dead because he's living out in the streets of Luton. It's the last place he should be, especially as he served our Queen and country for 14 years. But yeah, watch out for this. The video will be coming. I'll keep you with me anyway as we walk through town, eh? You doing alright? Yeah. This is Luton. And this here, let me show you, is where my life changed forever anyway. Here, just there, where our soldiers were abused and attacked by Muslims in Luton, which then we formed the United People of Luton, which then turned into EDL, which is why anyone would have heard of my name. Otherwise, no one would have heard of my name. So, yeah, right here. They were actually taken through the front door of our council. Taken through the council. These militant extremist Muslims, all of which, pretty much all of which are now in jail for terrorism. All of them. A group that we were opposing since 2004. Now they're all gone in jail for terrorism. But, you know, the council made out it was we were a problem, they were a problem. Not that we just had all these jihadists on our streets and we knew who they were. And we had to put up with them. Put up with their bullshit and listen to their hate. So we wanted them to stop. The council made out like, I remember going back to a documentary, the first documentary that went out in 2010. They called it Proud and Prejudiced. And it was basically a look at me and a look at the main radical Muslim from this town who's now in jail for ISIS. And then the head of the council group said it's like a pissing contest between the two of us. No. One of us, him, wants to destroy our whole country and kill us. And the other one wants to try and fucking stop him. It's not a pissing contest, is it? And then the council, to give you a little rundown on what the council have done, because it's absolutely insane. And then the council, let me cross over it, and then the council, their solution to this in 2012 was to open a shop. We'll go to that shop now. I'll show you that shop now. Their solution was to open a shop. A conversion centre. Let's not call it a shop, let's call it what it is. Their solution was to open a conversion centre in Luton Town Centre called Discover Islam. And then again, just another run back. So when this centre's opening, what was the name? Yusuf Bonner. Yusuf Bonner was going to be the manager's name. So I started looking into him and I found his blog. And on his blog, he said he will not rest until Islam is brought into every home in Luton. He also said that Christians are wearing suicide vests of wrongful belief. That's what he said. And Islam was his fifth religion. Just a fucking nutter, right? A nutter that our council were bringing into our town to spread Islam. He's from Fulham, he wasn't even from Luton, coming into our town. And they were going to bring us the right Islam, the correct true Islam. So then I found Abdul Rahim Green, who was also behind the centre. And then I looked on videos on YouTube, and I found a video of him saying that if your wife disobeys you, you beat her with a stick. You know, true Islam. The true Islam that the council want to bring us. So I made leaflets highlighting what this man had said and done. Guess what? He resigned before the shop even opened.